Jon Jones, one of the greatest fighters ever. 3-time UFC champion, and what most regard today as the best UFC fighter, pound for pound in the world. Now I'm about to yank the bacon a little bit, no diddy. He tapped out Cyril Gane, submitted Makeda, was the youngest UFC champion at the age of 23, submitted Belfort, and the current heavyweight champion also has a win over Daniel Cormier. But hear me out real quick. Imagine it's November 9th, 2024. Jon Jones is set to defend his title. Dana White walks out. The crowd looks confused, they're puzzled. Why is Dana White coming out right before this heavyweight championship fight? Dana White announces there is a special opponent for Jon Jones, and he says, hustle, loyalty, respect. Cena comes racing out, ready to five-knuckle shuffle all over Jon Jones's bald candy ass. And then just like that, the fight starts. Now, y'all might think this is a little bit silly, but let me cook real quick. Now, I don't think Jon Jones would lose. Matter of fact, most people would think he'd win. Considering Jon Jones is a 2-time light heavyweight UFC champion and a 1-time heavyweight UFC champion. And he's currently holding the title right now at this video's recording. He has 13 title defenses, which is most all-time in UFC history. So this motherfucker Jon Jones is a bad dude. Personally, I wouldn't even fight him. I'm grabbing that poll real quick. He's not just quite possibly the greatest Jon of all time, but he might be the greatest fighter to ever exist. But honestly, he's lacking a lot of aura points in my book. But just look at this picture of Jon Jones I found. I just know Cena would never do this. He's posed like a white girl that's about to dance in a tampon commercial. So honestly, we're gonna have to subtract about 10,000 aura points. I'm not even gonna lie there. And not to mention, he got caught using steroids. And I know the doctor of thugonomics is never getting caught juicing up, cause he lives by 3 principles that Jon Jones will never understand. Hustle, loyalty, respect. This nigga Cena. Let me just name the accolades this nigga has. 3-time United States champion, 4-time tag team champion, one of 6 men to win multiple Royal Rumbles, has the cleanest military fade of all time, 16-time WWE champion, most of all time with Ric Flair, former US Marine, and 3-time WWE Superstar of the Year. And not to mention, the doctor of thugonomics.
You think you're untouchable? Word life. This is basic thugonomics. This is basic thugonomics. Word life.
Now, I know what you're saying. Let's see John Cena get in a UFC ring and fight Daniel Cormier and beat him. Something Jon Jones also never did. But if you ask me that question, my response would be, let me see Jon Jones pick up a 500-pound, 7'2" man who's the son of a giant and attitude adjust him. Go ahead, let me see a clip of it. Now let me see Jon Jones pick up that giant with another 200-pound man on top, then attitude adjust them. Y'all might be thinking, John Cena never stepped foot in a UFC ring in his life. But my exact response to that would be, what's Jon Jones' WWE record? Because to my knowledge, Jon Jones might be 27-1 in the UFC, but in 2005 alone, John Cena went 137-8. Now, percentage-wise, Jon Jones still beats John Cena, but I would argue putting up a higher volume of fights is more impressive. Now let me put it to you like this. If one of your homies went up to you and said, I fucked 27 different girls and I only got 1 STD, and then you turn around and your other homie says, I fucked 145 girls and only have 8 STDs. Moral of the story, don't go on 2-mans with them. Hold up, I got sidetracked. Where was I at? Here I was. John Cena's been doing this for 20 plus years now, and he's put down and been put down by some of the greats. He beat The Rock, he beat Randy Orton, he beat Kurt Angle, he beat UFC heavyweight champion Brock Lesnar, and he even tapped out to Chris Benoit. But regardless of that, John Cena has sustained greatness for 2 decades, 1 year longer than LeBron James's career, and about 2 times as long as gay marriage has been illegal. That's weird. Why was that in the script? Dumbass ESPN stat. Aura. Let's talk about aura. Aura is defined as the distinctive atmosphere or quality that seems to surround and be generated by a person, thing, or place. So people like Michael Jackson, LeBron James, O.J. Simpson in 1994. Now, I already mentioned the previous John Zora, but not this John's. From the nastiest military cut of the 21st century, to the wristbands, to the cargo shorts, or if it's time to really get drippy, the jorts. He is literally aura personified. And not to mention John Cena gets more bread than him, bitches than him, and stacks higher paper to the ceiling than him. So with all the data collected from trusted resources, I've came to the conclusion that John Cena would win within the first minute of the first round by way of submission. Because if I'm being honest, if John Cena got a hold of that STF, it's donezo for John Jones. Y'all might be in the comments wondering, hey, this is all fake, you're trolling, right? Do you guys really think John Jones could beat this?